Now, with this topic of support and resistance, basically, before you go into support and resistance, it is important for me and you to understand what is support and what is resistance. It is important to be able to understand what is support and what is resistance. What is support and what is resistance? In short, friends, if you are standing on the floor that you are standing on is where your feet is being supported. And if you are not tall enough and you cannot touch the ceiling of the building you are in, it means that if you try to jump and touch the ceiling, that is the resistance. So you are being supported on the floor where you are standing, and you are being resisted if you try to jump to penetrate the ceiling. So that is support. Okay, that is support, friends. So support is the flow, and if you break the flow, also you see, me when I was studying, see, you make sure you don't leave, because when you leave, understand we on standby. Don't say, when I got out of the Zoom, I never came back. So when you leave, just know we on standby. So don't say we didn't tell you. So when you go out of the Zoom, don't ask why you didn't join. We are here on our devices, standby. Immediately you leave, we take advantage. So don't say, hi, I'm in your chat here. You see, I was in, then I got out. Please upgrade. You move out, you just know. Immediately you move out, we enter with another device. Okay, so don't complain. Now, I'm still talking about support and resistance. Now, the flow is your support. Then the ceiling is your resistance. Now, you see, even when I started about soil, also soil has the layers. So when you are able to penetrate the floor where you are standing, at least you'll find another level of soil that is hard enough. So once the market also behaves the same way, the market also behaves the same way. The market has an area of support, and also it has an area of resistance, and that's what we want to talk about. But most especially, what we want to say is that if you are able, the way people live and the way they join, I'll just need to surrender and continue. Maybe I thought people, I was the only one pressing the phone, but the way people are pressing their phones is abnormal. So let me leave you in peace. Okay. Now, support and resistance still is my topic. God, you know your people. It was not easy to get in here. Thank you, people who have left. I wish you a nice time. Okay. Now, support and resistance. Now, first and foremost, if I'm using my phone, like you see, I'll change this to percentage, and I want to find a good coin. I say this is the coin I gave you 2%. If you have not taken it, don't ask me why you are not enjoying, Because me, I believe those who have traded, they're about to move out. The coin is too good. But it's not my topic of sharing today. So what I want to discuss is support and resistance. And what I'm trying to say, friends, is that I know I'm not going to go into too much details for today. I'll just do the simple basics. To start with, to support and resistance, for you to be able to draw support and resistance, you must be able to draw support and resistance on a single candle. Okay, that's where we start from. Okay. You must be able to draw support and resistance on a single candle. Then, if you are able to draw support and resistance on a single candle, you can perfectly draw support and resistance on many candles. We are going to take this red candle that you see on the screen to be our major focus. And so we are going to tap on our pencil. We are going to tap on our pencil. Come on these tools that we discussed, and we are going to take the horizontal ray. And we are going to draw it at the highest point. Now, friends, when you are drawing, let me first be very specific. If you want good results, let me bring my horizontal line. If you want good results, you can either draw support and resistance at the high of this wick here. Give me one in the chart if you can see this wick at the top. There is a small wick at the top of this candle. How many of you can see? Give me one in the chart, this one. How many of you can see? Give me one in the chat if you can see good. Now, when you are drawing these lines of support and resistance on candles, if you want to have consistent results, either draw this at the high, like that, at the top of the wick, or draw this line at the body close of the candle. When you decide to use body close, use body close. When you decide to use a wick, use a wick. Give me a 3 in the chart if you have understood that. So above, I have drawn on the body close. Me, that's where I draw my lines. I don't draw at the wicks. Then I also draw below at the body close. I will just extend it this side. So what I have drawn at the open of the red candle and at the close of the red candle. The upper line is my resistance. Let me look for the brush. Now, the challenge is that now I'm using the phone. And, okay. Now, this one is resistance. And this one is support. I'm not going to use texts to save time. Now, we have drawn these in the 4-hour time frame. Yesterday, we discussed time frame. Now, we're going to move from this higher time frame and go to a lower time frame to find an earlier entry in the market. Now, what you see here is that we had drawn our support and resistance on this candle in the 4-hour time frame. Now, we come in the lower time frame to make an earlier entry. Now, when we are dealing with support and resistance, there is something very, very important. I'm going to change a device. There is something very, very important, friends. And this thing is called confirmation. This thing is called confirmation. What is confirmation? What do I mean? When we are trading, we have what we call a breakout candle and a test candle. For you to confirm whether this is a breakout candle and a test candle, a breakout candle is a candle that starts from below and closes above your line you have drawn. For example, I want to be very clear. Can we all see this candle here? This one. This one. Can we all see this candle I'm pointing on? This one. It is a green candle. This one. I want to delete my arrow. It is a green candle that started from below. Now, this candle is called a hammer. What do hammers represent in the market? What do hammers represent in the market? If you see a hammer, what comes into your mind? If you see this long wick on a green candle appearing like this, what comes into your mind? And it is below. Not uptrend. Not uptrend, not bullish market. So you mean when you see this bullish market comes into your head, market reversal, price rejection, good. Price rejection to what? Maweje Bashir. Maweje Bashir. Price rejection to what? Because market reversal to the upside. Yes, you are able to see that, oh, although sellers have been very strong, you know, that's where now the logic of trading comes in. Oh, although sellers have been very strong, but when it comes here, buyers are resisting. And so you do not become excited that it's time to make money. No, you do not become excited. You say, oh, okay, let me wait for a candle that is going to close above, a green candle that closes above your line. And ladies and gentlemen, you can all see that after this candle, there is this green candle that closed above the line. Can we all see that green candle? Can we see this green candle that closed above the line? Now, this was the breakout candle, and this is the test candle. The test candle can either be a green candle that closes above your line, or it can be a red candle like this one. That comes, this one, just I'm giving an example. A red candle that comes and closes also above your line. Instead of it penetrating, going below, it closes above your line. So when you get a breakout candle or a test candle, then what you are getting is what we call confirmation, confirmation, confirmation. Before you enter a coin, you need to confirm. I said trading with confluence. Confluence means what is the probability of this coin going up versus this coin coming down. So when you trade with confluence, you get better chances. You are looking for better chances. Better chances. Are we following? We are still discussing support and resistance. And we are talking about drawing support and resistance on one candle in a bigger time frame. It seems I'm alone. You know, sometimes nobody is following. You can be here. You can be here. Let me stop sharing my screen. I want to see people around. No, you can be here when you are alone. Hey. and you are busy. No. By the time the Zoom ends, and you ask, what is happening, friends? And nobody is responding. Hey, and nobody is responding. Are we there? Are we following? Because I'm teaching the most important lesson. The most important lesson I have ever studied. And when I learned this message, I can make money at any time, anywhere. The other biggest challenge is that when people join such business, they want results immediately. And when results don't come immediately, they now you know why I've been talking. I hope you take advantage of what I have sent in your respective chats. I've been able to send some I've been able to send. Yes, I've been able to send some messages in your respective chats. Okay, so we continue. How do we choose a candle? Have it go to there. My message is learning how to draw. You can choose any of your choice. The candles are many. You can choose any of your choice. There is no formula. You see, people want formulas. But people have always argued with me. But let me say it here. Please don't get annoyed. One of the reasons why most people fail in crypto, I said it in one of my jams group. I have a group I call jams. I share a lot in that group. I have a group I call jams. I share a lot about cryptocurrencies. But I said it and I want to say it here. Please don't get annoyed. If you do not use common sense, you cannot become successful in crypto. I know people might get annoyed, but let me repeat it here. If you do not use common sense, you cannot become successful in crypto. Give me one in the chat if my message has been loud and clear to your ears. Common sense. Give me one in the chat if my message is loud and clear to your eyes. If you cannot use common sense, you cannot be successful in crypto. What is common sense? Let me use an example. For example, let me open a coin here. I'm talking about what is common sense. You know, people might, I don't want anybody to take me wrong. I want to be very clear. Now, this is common sense. And let me tap here. How can I choose a candle to draw on here? It depends on when I came to this chart. Okay? Some people, I know people are going to get annoyed, but it is important. I cannot draw on this candle because it is moving. Things can change. Why? This is its current price. But on many candles, it is okay. But on one candle, it's not okay. Unless I can use common sense and I say, okay. But you know, this one is not yet end result. I say, okay, this will be my support. And this will be my resistance. Then maybe I change back to around, this is 4 hours. I go to a lower time frame. Let me say 15 minutes. But I want you to understand that although I've done this in 15 minutes, it does not give me, the picture does not come out does not come out very well for me to say that this trade is good, then I can leave that coin. What have I used there? Have I used any knowledge? Let me know, friends. Have I used any knowledge? It is just common sense. I don't know. Am I making sense to you? Now, I know people might get annoyed. I don't know if you're understanding me. I just want you to understand me. That I can't teach common sense. I can't teach logic. I don't know if I'm making sense to you, friends. There is no way I'm going to come and teach you logic. I don't know if you understand me, but I pray you do. For example, here in this case, no, I'm not adding. Surely, friends, I'm not adding salt. I'm just trying to create an understandable environment. Because what I'm sharing, there is no way I can teach it. But I just want you to understand where I come from. For example, let's look at this chart here on my screen. Because do you see all this chart? Can we see this chart? I'm going to put on a cursor. This is the lowest price. And this is the highest price of this candle. Instead of me choosing this one, and this one, or this one, or this one, I'll choose this one because this one, it has the lowest price in the area, but it also has the highest price in the area. So I'll choose this candle that went deep, and I'll call this my support and resistance. Which method have I used to choose here? Common sense, I look for one that has the lowest price and the highest price. Are we connecting? Now, is it important to use logic in the business? Let me find out. Is it important? Because there's no way I will teach you these friends. I don't know if I'm being clear. Because someone might ask me again. Is it because there's no way I can teach you that? That's why I repeat my statement. If someone cannot, I repeat, if someone cannot use logic, he cannot be successful in crypto. Please help me and connect. Like, for example, sometimes you give airdrop, these things of mining. You know, mining is when someone participates in maintaining the network of that cryptocurrency, and they need to tap. Then when someone is given the link to tap on the link, someone asks in the group, I usually see it, someone asks the question, but are these things going are these things going to work for me? What if they don't work? Now, it is for free. If it doesn't work, what do you lose? I don't know if it makes sense. Then someone says, you have explained how they work, but me, I don't want to press them. You know, people usually ask these questions, and I reply usually in a rude way. I usually say, if you are not interested, ignore. Then someone comes to your chat, but the way you are handling us is not good. Because if you, like, when you send the link and you tell someone, you just need to tap on your screen, then he says, I have opened. What should I do next? So I'm trying to express the point that you need to apply logic to be successful in crypto. Thank you, but I'm not coming in a bad way. No, I am a coach. I'm not a mentor. I don't want anybody me to call me a mentor. I'm a coach. I force you to do what you don't want to do. And my approach is aggressive. So if you cannot get used to me, you might get tired of me. I don't babysit. I teach people to do what they are supposed to do. Now here, I say decide. We are learning to draw on one candle. Either you go in for the wick or you go in for the close. So the close is here. So I'll draw my line there. Next, I'll draw my second line at this high. So what we have drawn, friends, is support, and the upper line, the lower line is our support, and the upper line is our resistance on this candle. Now, since we have drawn it on one candle, in the 4-hour time frame, that's the bigger time frame, we want to go to a lower time frame, let me say 15 minutes. Now, I have a question. This is where this line comes from. Can we see, friends? I want to go back to history. Can we see that from here? I want to be a little bit crystal clear. Can we see that this was our breakout candle? Let me put up my cursor here. We drew on one candle in the 4-hour time frame. Can we see that this candle here, let me use a white color. Can we see that this candle here opened from below and closed above our line? Give me one in the chat if you can see that. Give me one in the chat if you can see that. Please help me. Give me one in the chat. And so this is called a breakout candle. A breakout candle, breakout. It can be a breakout like this one. You see, it opened from below and it closed. It opened from above and it closed below. This red one. This one is a breakout candle. It is breaking, going down. And this is a breakout candle. It opens from below and it closes above our line. It is breaking, going up. Give me a 2 in the chat if you have understood. So this one is a breakout candle to the downside, breaking our what? Our support. And this is a breakout candle from the downside, breaking our what? This could be now now that one. I don't want to bring it now. I'm gonna bring it a little bit later. Are we understanding? So before you get excited on how much you are going to become rich, do not enter a coin that does not have a breakout. So after the breakout, you wait for a confirmation, or what we call a test candle. What is a test candle? A test candle is a candle that either a green candle that closes above your line, or a red candle that comes and closes above your line. Both could be test candles. Now, in this case, without asking anyone, I enter from here. Now, where do I make my exit? Support and resistance. Simple. This is the simplest way of trading. I enter from here and I get out at my resistance. So I enter from here and I get out from here. Now, this is the key. When you are measuring your take profit, never take the whole profit. Sometimes the market may not touch your line. Always take 2/3 of the journey so that you can have perfect trades. Can you give me one in the chat if you have understood that? From where you have confirmed your test line, do not take the whole profit to the line. Take 2/3 of the journey. For example, let's go to the current price. Do we have a confirmation here? Do we have a confirmation here? Some answers in the chat at the current. Do we have a confirmation here that the market has finally confirmed that this is a support? Some answers in the chat. Do we have a confirmation here that the market has confirmed that this is a support? Thank you. Now, this is what we do. We are in the 15 minutes time frame. Let me clear. We are just going to come here, pick our price range, measure from our current price, then we go up. We have said we are not going to take the whole journey, 2/3 of the journey, and our 3% will end there from the current price. At the same time, we say we do not control the market. We want to take advantage of the market, and so we measure from here to this previous support to be our margin calls. And so whenever the market drops, the robot will buy. Whenever the market drops, the robot will buy. Whenever the market drops, the robot will buy. Are we following? Now, remember we said, although we are applying support and resistance, we must trade with confluence. And we said confluence, that's where now indicators will come in play. Because the indicators help us to find more probability of the coin giving us money than the coin going against us. Are we following, friends? Now, this is in the 15 minutes time frame. If our confluences are not clear, we go back to a bigger time frame if we are going to stay in this coin for some time. And here, for those of you who have been in the business for some time, is this a good trade? I'm using the Fibonacci and the MACD. For those of you who have been in these trading classes for some time, is this a good trade? In the 4-hour time frame, I don't want to get to the 15 minutes because I'll get there with different strategies. Now, here, I'm applying a confluence. I'm adding in more indicators. You don't need to worry about indicators. You don't need to get about indicators. We shall get there. No, these ones will not work. These ones are giving a different tense. But the Fibonacci is giving a better tense and the MACD. It's a good trade. It's a good trade, friends. But I have a question. When we get back to our 15 minutes time frame, before we used any indicators, what did we use to find out this coin? Because you can trade support and resistance without indicators. But I have a question. Before we brought in indicators, what did we use on this trade? We came in the 4-hour time frame, just to remind you, and found a candle and said, let us put our focus on this candle that went lowest and this candle that went highest. Hello? We are learning to draw support and resistance on a single candle. Because, friends, if you cannot draw support and resistance on a single candle, you cannot draw support and resistance on a group of candles. You can't. Now, my question for today is, if you have understood what is support and what is resistance, give me a yes in the chat. If you are here and you have understood what is support and what is resistance, give me a yes in the chat. Because that is my message for today. Because I don't want to complicate it again. If you have understood, just understanding, we have not gone into drawing support and resistance on many candles. We are saying on a single candle. You find a candle in a bigger time frame. Because I explained the time frame yesterday. For example, this is this. Imagine, friends. But now we are going to start from that tomorrow, on Monday. Yes, on Monday, because today is Friday. So I will draw a line here, and I'll draw a line here. This is in one day. Then I got a lower time frame. Let me say 30 minutes. Ah, goodness. Goodness. Is there any confirmation that this trade is good in 30 minutes? Do you see any confirmation that this trade is good in 30 minutes? Give me some answers, friends. Do you see good reasons why you can say this trade is good in 30 minutes using support and resistance? Yes, there is a breakout candle. You see, when you say no, it means you are not following. There is a breakout candle. How many of you can see the breakout candle? How many of you can see the breakout candle? This is a breakout candle. Breakout candle. How many of you can see a test candle, a candle after the breakout candle that closes above? This is enough. This is enough for me to comfortably say, from here, without decree, I just come here. I'm in 30 minutes. I pick my price range, put it at current price, travel a 2/3 journey, a 2.5. I want to see if I get a 3% in a good area, good. It does not go back 2/3 of my journey, good. From here to here, margin calls, and I remain patient. If I want to add in a confluence, so maybe I want to add in a confluence, I'll put in my MACD. This is in 30 minutes time frame. Things could be different, but it's still okay. Then maybe I press in my Fibonacci. Now here it is at an area of retracement in 30 minutes. So I need to check in a bigger time frame. If you're using the Fibonacci here, it speaks. If you understand the Fib tool, is there money here? Hey, money. Then in the bigger time frame, it brings out the sense. That's what I mean. Okay. So for the margin calls, like I said, it is from your current price back to the support. It is a 2.5%. You can decide to break this 2.47%, maybe into 2, maybe into 3, and you open 3 margin calls. Maybe into 2 and open 2 margin calls. Because now you are doing technical analysis for yourself. But I can still apply all the Buran strategies, buy poverty things here. And I switch on my AI and I retire comfortably. Support and resistance on a single candle. So friends, as I come to the end of my call for today, because starting next week, I'm gonna complicate the game now. I have been using horizontal line. I wanna show you, we can draw on a group of candles. That's what I'm going to go into next week. And now there you will see me drawing diagonal lines, spiral channels, and also start putting in patterns. Okay, when I draw next week, you're going to see that I could say and come here and I say, okay, let me put this coin into the 12, let me say 12 hours. Let me get into hours here. 12 months, 4 hours. Why is it not giving me more? Okay, let me say 4 hours. Then let me delete. This is what I'm going to teach next week. Does my drawing form a pattern? Okay. So I will come and I look here. This is where now I bring in those trades that 30%, 40%. I come and I look for a pattern. And I'm gonna discuss this next week. I'll come and look like a pattern. For example, let me put my focus. Let's go to Bitcoin as I close. Bitcoin. Let me do BTC. And what I think about BTC, because it's the king of the jungle. Okay, the king of the jungle. Come up, king of the jungle. This is BTC. I usually come in here, I want a big time frames. Okay, this is BTC. I don't want to look at Bitcoin in shorter time frames. And I want 12 hours. These guys, they are limiting me so much. They need to take a charge. Let me stay here in 1 day. Okay. So if I want to trade BTC and I want to do analysis and I want to do analysis of Bitcoin, one of the most important things that I want to look at here, I'll just minimize my screen a little bit. And when I minimize my screen a little bit here, what I will do is that I will come here and I look at Bitcoin. Then I pick a trending line. Then I draw either to the close of these candles and I draw it my line like this. Perfect. Either I can take the wicks or I can take the close body. Let me come back again. So I will take the wick this week. Okay. Then stretch it just like that. Then I wait. Then as I draw this line, I will see this we shall be able to look at next week, that the market was being supported in this area. Then I drew the horizontal line. Here. You see here, this price was supported here. Here. We are going to look at that. Then I say, okay. Then I go up here. I said the market was being resisted up here, around this area. I drew the line. Now me, I wait. Then after drawing my lines like that, I will stretch them like this. This is in 1 day. So if Bitcoin closes above that price, this is where people now come up with analyses. Those analyses you see, someone says, if Bitcoin will close above this price here, then someone expects that this Bitcoin will be able to break this price. Now, how do they come up with those prices? Now, they come up with those prices by using secondary tools. For example, someone decides to use like the fib extension, and he picks it from this lowest price, takes it to this highest price, then takes it maybe to this lowest price, this one here. And he says, if Bitcoin breaks this price, we expect the highest price of Bitcoin to be 79,000, because usually this fib extension always at 100. Then someone gives this price. They are not smart. They just use tools. If Bitcoin closes above this price, then we expect the next rally of Bitcoin after this retracement, because it has been forming a consolidation in this area. So all these things you are going to be able to learn. It's not a big deal. Nobody should frighten you that it's a big deal. They are not too smart. They are not. Nobody is smart. So after I have known my areas of focus, then I'm going to take away this thing. I don't need it. Goodbye. Where is my... So now I can remove it. So now I'm waiting. You see, how many of you can see that Bitcoin is maintaining this area? How many of you can see here? It's if Koyagaliza was a person, this thing can also Koyagaliza. You see, it moved from up here, came down here, moved up a little bit, came down here, moved up here, came back here. Now, if it breaks this, then it moves up and breaks this. Then the next stop area is either $78,000 or $79,000 or 80,000 because it's usually very close. Now, these ones we haven't reached here, but I have a question. How many of you have seen that there is logic here? You don't need to confuse yourself with these lines because we shall handle next week. How you draw vertical, horizontal lines on a group of candles. The focus that you have on your side now is drawing on a single candle. But still, if Bitcoin closes below here, then the next top area, my friends, the next top area where there was a good support is this area. If Bitcoin refuses to go to that area, then the next area that looks to have a good support is here. Support here, support here, support here is there. But there are these minor supports like this one, like here, but these are just minor in the 1 day time frame. We could see maybe the market could be supported around there. And if it fails, then we could see the market supported around these areas here of around $60,000. So, but if we get support here, then we could see Bitcoin at $79,000. And you can see a continuous area of the market being supported in the 4-hour time frame. Now I drew my lines. This we are going to see next week. You see, I drew my lines in 1 day. But how many of you can see my lines being respected in the 4-hour time frame? So if it breaks, if there is a confirmation here, a breakout and a test candle, we could see Bitcoin at 71,000 again. If it breaks here, then we could see Bitcoin at $79,000. How many of you see that there is logic here? There is logic. Although you draw the lines, although you apply the principles, still logic must play. And logic is for the beholder. You know, usually people get annoyed. Why am I seeing different things from you? It's you who's on the market. Why do you want to see the same things I see it? It's you on the market. Usually people ask, why is it that me I see differently? Because it's you. It's not me. But our main lesson for today basically was not this. Our main lesson for today was drawing support and resistance on a single candle. But let us see how the weekend runs. If Bitcoin gets supported at this area where it is, then we could see the price of Bitcoin back forming a new all-time high of over $79,000. If all goes well, friends. If we apply in a confluence, maybe other indicators, we see that there are more chances, friends, of the market doing well in the weekend. Let's see what happens. But usually, markets don't do so well in the weekends. But let's see what happens. And I wish you all the best. We learned how to draw support and resistance on a single candle. See you next week, where we shall now be able to get into all these lines and make them very simple for anybody to draw. God bless you. Have a good day. Today is a Friday, by the way, before I close. Today is a Friday, and it is a question and answer session, me with Coach Mo. See you at 10 a.m. East Africa Standard Time. And I also want to invite most of you to join our welfare community. Okay, we want to invite you to our welfare community. If you feel it is important, I've not been so active on the welfare community because I basically have a lot happening. But I think I need. This is my initiative. If you want to join our welfare community, where if you get a problem, we are able to support and to help. Okay. And I want to invite you to our welfare community. It's about to get full, and I don't think I'll open up a Telegram account. I'll go ahead and remove the non-active members. Okay. I want to share the link. I'll be removing the non-active members very soon because I don't want to waste their time and their energy on the group. So I will start an operation so that I remain with a few. The settings remain the same. Time from I handled yesterday. The settings are the same, whether in 1 minute or 5 minutes. I explained time frame. So if you didn't attend time frame class, please do. So above is the welfare community. It is the same. Welfare community, feel free to join. Yeah, we have so many inactive people in that group. I promise I'm gonna start to remove inactive people. Yes, if you have stayed there for some time and you are not participating, it's not okay for us to have you there. Yeah, it's not a big deal. We do not want to become a problem to your life, nor force you to do anything. But as I've been thinking about a lot, and I'll be removing the non-active members. We have been in this welfare community for the last since 2021, and we have been supporting people from different countries. It is a big challenge when you get a problem and you don't have anybody to help you. So that's why we came up with this community to help people when they have challenges. Not only in challenges, when you have a party, hey, when you have maybe you want to form a wedding, yeah, you want to form a wedding. So when you make your wedding, we help you, we give you some money. Okay, we give you some money. Not because we have, because giving is not about what you have, giving is giving. So when you participate, we have a secretary who's always active on the group, but you inbox him, we go through the committee and find out what you are talking about, how legit it is, and we can be able to help you. Okay, we can be able to help you. We can help if you have a legit reason why you need our help. We want to extend our services this year to hospitals, to schools, to helping children, especially women, young children who cannot go to school because they cannot be able to afford basic needs like pads. And we want to go to hospitals in different countries. We don't care. We want to have delegates in different countries and be able to support young girls who cannot go to school because they cannot be able to afford pads. And we want to buy them these pads and they can go to school. We want to support hospitals. We want to go to visit hospitals in different countries. We do not care whether it is Europe, whether it is Africa. And we want to find the needy people and we want to give them. So starting next week, starting this year, we are going to be running monthly runs in different countries. So if you have an area of your concern, you could come to us and we could find a way to participate. Okay, we could find a way to participate. All right. Okay. Someone says this is my first class. I'm new. Okay, you need to visit our YouTube channel, Crypto Ambassadors, and find our previous classes. Thank you, friends. The rest of the communication in the group will be done by our secretary. He's always active. See you, friends, and have a perfect weekend. See you on the next call where we are going to be going into questions and answers. God bless you. Have a perfect, fantastic day. Bye-bye.